As a YouTuber, I do get asked a lot of questions, especially as most of my conversations are surrounding Harry and Meghan and their behaviour. So a lot of people have messaged me, whether it be email in the comments, like, what do I think is going to be happening? Do I feel that they're going to be getting a divorce? What is going to be happening in the public in regards to the, I'm going to say, alleged children? So I'm going to be discussing a little bit of what I think could possibly happen in regards to these two, but also some very, very concerning things that I've started to see trickle into the media. And this has me, really having some serious kind of concerning thoughts about what could potentially happen later on down the line. So if you want to join me in this video to discuss what I believe could be happening, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, then this could be the channel for you. My name is Ems. I am a qualified UK therapist, and I give you my thoughts and opinions, professional and personal. And I also look at the behaviour and body language, as I've been in this field for nearly 20 years. So if this is the video for you, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss future uploads. And let's dive right in. So before I get going, you know what time it is. It is grab your drink of choice time. Now, this is something I have done from the beginning, and you can fast forward this if you do not want to be part of it. But I ask you, the viewers, to send in your 5 o'clock somewhere videos so you can be part of this channel. So you can basically do a video that's around 1 to 2 minutes long, where you say grab your drink of choice, you show whatever drink you're drinking, or whether it's your fur babies having a lovely cool drink of water, or whatever it is they enjoy having at maybe that time. And you can send those videos in to me. The email is going across the bottom here now. So you can be yourself, your fur babies, your family, whatever it is, whatever you're comfortable with. And I will show them on here. So here is the latest one. So please give them some love, as I know you always do. We're very appreciative of the people that do send in their videos. And I love that you are all part of this journey that we're going through together. So here is the latest one, and I'll see you in a minute.
Hey Joe, you want to grab your glass of choice, your drink of choice? I know it's early, Joe, but it'll be 5 o'clock somewhere. Don't be shy, Joe.
Perhaps you prefer Muscat or Madeira,
You want a beer, Joe?
Merlot, or full strength beer, hoppy sort of a beer.
So before I get going into what I have seen online, it was brought to my attention, and I thought, no, this can't be true. And I Googled it, and there it was, literally in black and white. So I was like, okay, that's concerning, but I have my thoughts on this, and it's a little bit triggering. So I will give a trigger warning before I go into it, because it is, a little bit concerning. But before we get to that, I have been asked many times, what do I think is going to be happening in regards to Harry and Meghan? You know, what do I feel could potentially happen in regards to them getting a divorce, how this might look? And again, people have differing opinions, and this is just my personal opinion. And I do use some of my professionalism in what I have seen in regards to characters, you know, people that I've had in, or what I notice. And given that I do believe that Meghan is a narcissist, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I think is going on. And so at this moment, obviously a lot of the media stories are doing one or two things. They're either talking about Harry and Meghan together, moving to Portugal. I do not believe that is happening in any shape or form. Some people have said that this has been bought for Meghan and Doria. Again, do not believe that. I think this is, if this is a property that's been bought, it has been bought for Harry. And I think it's a bolt hole. I don't think he wants to come back to the UK, but I do think he wants somewhere that is next to people that are his family. And we know that the York sisters, or at least one of them, has been supportive of Harry. And in a way, I understand that if you're going to look at it from the family perspective, because we all know that when we fall out with family, that there's usually a cousin or a brother or a sister who supports them regardless. They're always that kind of Switzerland where they're just like, you know what, I'm not going to get involved, I'm going to support everybody. And I possibly think that maybe the York sisters have chosen, or one of them at least have chosen, to support Harry. And maybe it's because at least he's got then a link to the family. He's not, even though, to be fair, he doesn't deserve anything given what he's done, but I get it. From a professional perspective and even a personal perspective, I understand that there sometimes are family members who are just like, you know what, I don't want to kind of I don't want him to feel that he's completely ostracized, even though what he's done has been pretty terrible. So I do believe that this is Harry's bolt hole potential new home, if you like, which is sort of his connection to the UK. Because as I've said, and you know that I have said this from way back when I pretty much started on social media, when we started talking about Harry and Meghan, when I was with the other person that I did a channel with, I even said then that they're not together, as in romantically together. I do believe that it's become a business arrangement, like they get together because they're contractually, they have to. They're trying to create the illusion of this loved up couple. And I do think that Harry has gone along with it to a point, but I think that what we're seeing now is Harry has had enough. So I think he's now seeing the truth. I think he's always seen elements of it, but now he's had enough. There is only so much someone will take when it comes to living with a narcissist. If you are somebody that is very, very submissive and the narcissist is able to completely manipulate you, then that can be why sometimes people stay in those relationships for a long length of time, is because they become terrified to leave. However, I don't think Harry is somebody that's like that. I think he has elements of being submissive. I think he did in the beginning, but he's also quite volatile. We have seen that. And so I think he has a temper on him. And I think there'll be certain points when he'll start becoming desensitized to her a little bit, and he won't care about fighting back. And that's why what we've seen is probably behind closed doors, he's been quite fiery and argumentative, which is why I don't believe they're together and they're living together. But now we're seeing he's publicly showing his disdain for her, his discontempt for her. We've seen this in videos lately. And so this is what I think is happening. So I think that he has got this this home in Portugal. Whether it's true, not true, but if we're saying it's true, then I think that he has bought this property to be closer to his cousins. But it also means that when him and Archie get together, he's got family support. I do understand that. That's what it is. However, I am seeing a lot of reports of them separating. Now, like I said, I think this has been there for some time, but I think that now publicly it's starting to happen. Now, I've also seen comments where people have said Harry will never divorce her. I think one of the reasons Harry in the beginning possibly hasn't wanted to divorce her is mainly because he didn't want a failed relationship. And because if you think about it, this will be the third long-term relationship. All right, the other two he didn't marry, but this one obviously he did. And it's around the 6-year mark, and he was together, I think, with Cressida and Chelsea around that time? But I think that he's probably got to a stage now where he doesn't care. And so I do believe that he wants to divorce her. The only problem being is that what I believe is happening is that because Meghan is a narcissist, she's going to want this to go the way she wants it to go. So at the moment, she's possibly saying to him, we're not getting a divorce. I'm happy if you want to go and live your life and I'll do mine, but we're not getting a divorce because this is how it's going to look and because she needs him. But Harry is going to be somebody that in the end is going to get so sick of it that he's going to end up, it's going to come out that they are leading separate lives. It's going to come out. I mean, we're already seeing trickles of it, but there's going to be something official that comes out that exposes them. And I think that at the moment they're trying to cover it up But I do think that at some point it's going to come out with these alleged children, because you all know what I think about these children. I have said again from the beginning that I do believe there is a boy. I don't know if I necessarily believe his actual name is Archie, but I do believe there is a boy, and I believe the boy is Harry's son, which is interesting given it's Archie Harrison. And Archie was it Prince George's nickname, call sign, something connected to Prince George. And I think that that was the reason why Archie was chosen, probably by her. And I believe that Archie, the boy, say, is in the UK, and I do believe the boy is with the real mother. Now, again, people have said, why don't the royal family expose? I have seen so many comments where people say the royal family just need to tell the truth. But look at it this way. If the royal family come out now and say, we lied, even if it is to protect the real mother, you open up a huge Pandora's box. And I mean huge, because this isn't just about us, the royal family fans. You know, we will all sit back and be like, okay, well, we know you lied, we kind of knew it, but, you know, okay, you're telling the truth now, okay. It's not about that. It's about the rest of the world that look to the royal family as being this family who are sort of held together on principles. We can think, we can guess, we can wonder if they've lied about things, or if they have not told the truth about certain elements when it comes to Andrew, Diana even. You know, there's lots of things that have come out. I know my thoughts on that, and I don't believe it's this conspiracy theory, but some do, and I get that. But if it came out that the royal family had actually lied and then covered something up, can you imagine the damage that will do around the world, especially the people that are very much against the royal family? Because what they're going to do then is, well, okay, we want to open then the investigation into Diana, because then if you've lied about this, what else have you lied about? Have you lied about Andrew? Have you lied about other things? And the whole lid of the royal family is going to come off. And though for a moment it's going to appease us, because we've gone, you know, we know this is a lie, and we know that there's potentially that you might have been bullied into going along with this because Harry's done something that he shouldn't have done. But that's going to last 5 minutes, and then it is going to literally open Pandora's box. As I've always said, the truth has to be bigger than the lie for a lie to happen, in a sense. So it's almost like the damage that the truth can cause is potentially going to be bigger than what this lie has done. Because at the moment, the lie is just, oh, well, we think they're lying. We think this has happened. It's not factually proof. But if they come out and say, yes, we lied about this pregnancy. Yes, we lied. What we're then going to have is Meghan coming out on the defense. And she is going to be absolutely going, they made me do it. They didn't want me having a child. They didn't want me, you know, they're racist. That the whole racism thing is going to come up again. It's like they didn't want having a biracial child grandchild in the royal family. So they made me go ahead with this. Harry got somebody pregnant. I've just sat back as the dutiful wife, and I was devastated. You know she's going to do it. And I know that some of you go, well, so what? Her credibility is damaged. It doesn't matter, because it's about the media. Look at how much the media sort of fawn all over her anyway. So can you imagine if not only have the royal family just come out and said, yeah, we've lied, we're then going to have Meghan coming out as the victim, and there's going to be some people that believe it because now we've got the royal family saying, yeah, we lied. Harry is going to be thrown to the wolves, if you like, and maybe that's deserving, okay, because it's possibly him that's created all of this, if you like. But Meghan is going to come out on top, and that is the problem. It's not really so much Harry, it's Meghan. She's going to come out the victim in all of this, because she doesn't care what she says. She doesn't care that she lies. She doesn't care what she says in the media or her little friends say or whoever. She doesn't care. But the royal family do. And they have held this never explain, never complain thing for years. And I get that, okay, move with the times, perhaps that doesn't work so much. But again, that's because it's appeasing us. But actually, one of the things that has held the royal family together, especially for people in this country, is this air of mystery. We might think that we want to know what goes on behind the doors, but actually we don't. Because we want this air of mystery. We want the pomp and circumstance. We want this element of, we don't really know. Yes, they could be this family that bicker and are like the rest of us, but actually we don't want them to be like the rest of us to some degree. We like the mystery, and to expose all of this, which is what has caused the problem in the first place, because Meghan and Harry have turned the royal family into a bit of a circus. Now we know too much. The royal family are being forced into situations where they're having to sort of be different, and I get to some degree move with the times, but I think in some ways it's now become, like a circus, and we don't like it. When I say we, I mean I'm talking about myself and some people that I've sort of spoken to. We don't actually really want to know. That we liked the fact that behind those big iron gates we could fantasize about what their life was, you know, all sitting down regally and getting dressed up for dinner. Do we necessarily want to know that they sit around the TV with trays on their laps? You know, we can think it, but we don't necessarily want to know it. And I think it's a similar thing. And I know that some of you are going to disagree, and I get that. But I generally think that if they came out and said, this is the truth of what happened, Harry got some, and this is, again, my opinion, my personal belief, if you like, of what I think has happened. Harry got somebody pregnant. And again, people have said, but Harry was so in love with her. No, he wasn't. He was in lust with her. There's a big difference. To me, to love somebody, you've got to know them. And he doesn't know Meghan. Meghan doesn't know herself, so he certainly doesn't know her. So he was in lust with her because she probably flung from the chandeliers and did all sorts of things sexually that he was like, wow, this is amazing. But after a time, he would get fed up with that, because Harry is a player. And he settles with a certain type of woman, and that woman has to be fairly, in a sense, submissive to his volatility. And I think that Meghan isn't. So it was never going to last. But the only reason it has is because, as I've said, I think she's got something on him. And that is either something to do with the early on, whether she's got some kind of tape on him. And I have said that's a possibility, because I do believe that when he's drunk or has this in his system, that he probably does things with other people that perhaps, you know, he doesn't want on camera. And so there's possibly a tape. And I also think it's also the truth regarding the children. And that's why I have said before that she did that Canada pat walk, because it was very obvious that was a doll in the sling. That was too obvious. And the fact the media didn't pick up on it, that tells me there is definitely some kind of NDA, embargo, whatever you want to call it, in regards to these children. The fact that the media never pick up on anything. So it is that time where it is the member shout out, and I'm going to be doing that now. So if you look out for your name, if you do not see your name and you are a member, drop it in the comments and I will make sure that I add you, because I'm trying to make sure that I get everybody. Don't worry if your name hasn't been shouted out yet, it will be. I just do a few each time I do it. So I also will be doing a separate video on the Christmas giveaway. So that's going to be coming up at some point this week, I think. So please keep a lookout for that to get your pictures in. So it's your Christmas pictures of your fluffy fur babies, or if you haven't got a fur baby and you want to join, then it can be of yourself, your Christmas tree, whatever it is, as long as it's a Christmas picture to go up on the calendar, which is going to be starting on the 1st of December. So make sure you get your pictures in. The closing date will be the 25th of November. And for you to be in the chance to be in the competition that I am running for December. So make sure that you get that in. I will be giving you all the details of what the giveaway, the prizes are going to be. So make sure, and you must be subscribed to my channel. If you are not subscribed, regardless whether you send me a picture or not, you will not be entered. You have to be subscribed to my channel to be to be part of the competition. So here is the member shout out, and I will see you in a minute.
Thank you to everyone who's joined up as a Bubble member. I really do appreciate your love and support. So here is to 450 Deb, Margie, Rocco, and Trudy Morris. So well done to you guys for getting the member shout out, and I'll be doing more when I next do the Bubble member board. So take care everyone, and here's back to the video. Bye for now.
I'm going to give a trigger warning first because this is regarding children. It is very upsetting, but it is something that we have discussed here before, or I have seen in the comments of what could potentially come up in regards to how they're going to get away with what I believe is the lie regarding Lily, because child exists but doesn't exist to the point where she's Harry and Meghan's. I have said before that I believe that the child was initially going to be called either Diana Mary or Mary Diana. This was an adoption that was going to take place. The adoption didn't happen, so Meghan and Harry, or Meghan at the very least, had to rethink very quickly. And because they've got away with the lie with Archie in pretending that Archie's with them, she's probably thought, well, we can do the same. And so we can just say that the children are with us and we're keeping them private, etc. And I think they have used other people's children. You know who I believe that they are. And so this is what I believe has happened. And I think the royal family know, because when that picture come out of Catherine and those children, it got pulled apart. And ever since then, we have not seen one picture of Lily or Archie in the media. Before that, we were seeing all these weird fake photos. Fake July the 4th, where we're seeing the back of the head or the side view, or fuzzy. Harry and Meghan taking children to July 4th parade. Oh, please do us a favour. Stop treating us like we're idiots. We've had nothing. Nothing since then. I think this was intentional. I think the royal family are sick of seeing Harry and Meghan lie. So they put this picture out. It got completely scrutinised. Now, I don't believe they probably knew that it was going to create the backlash that it did. I think it has caused Harry and Meghan to panic and think, okay, we now can't put any pictures out of the children because we know they're all a lie. Because why is it that we were seeing all of these pictures beforehand, but since then, not one single picture has come out? Not one. So now I am seeing this, and I'm going to put this up here. Now, these are not mainstream media, but it concerns me because why is this coming up? I've never seen this before, and I wonder if it's almost as if they're putting somewhere over, whoever is over there are almost putting feelers out. And so they're putting things out to see what happens in the mainstream media. Will it get picked up in the mainstream media? Will something get circulated? What is going to be the outcome? And I hate to say this because I cannot even comprehend how somebody could even put this out there if it's not true. But we know what a narcissist is capable of. And so, in my opinion, is a narcissist capable of doing a story like this to create this to be true? Yes. Yes, they are. And then you get but how can anyone prove? So say if this come out in the mainstream media, say this come out, right? If this is a massive cover up already, then what makes any one of us think that this would not be covered up again? And I know that this is not a popular opinion, and I understand this, and I'm not saying that this is factually true. I try to bring to you my thought process on how I understand that narcissists work. If we have a situation where the royal family are potentially now realizing that this is a huge lie, if they're already protecting the real mother, the boy, because of Harry's indiscretions. Now, again, I understand that people say, well, an illegitimate child isn't the end of the world. No, it isn't. But if Harry went about this, was either the person's young or it was done in such a way that would be very deeply frowned upon and would look very bad against the royal family, then yes, that is something that they would potentially keep quiet. Plus the fact you've also got Meghan, who doesn't love Harry, but she would want to keep her golden goose. So she would basically be saying, I am not giving this up. I am now married to Harry. I will not divorce him. I will not do anything. I will go along with this as a fake pregnancy. You will protect me. Because for the media to not pick up on her moon bump, if you like, she had to be protected. Harry and Meghan do not have the power alone, without the royal family knowledge, to have that protection. The royal family had to know. I'm sorry, but I believe they did. Now, I'm not saying that they weren't duped. I'm not saying that they weren't duped in the beginning or something happened. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying that they willingly sat back and went, oh yes, come on, let's lie to the public. Their hand was forced and they were put in an untenable situation. And that's more so, if I want to look at how the Queen was, probably to protect the real mother. Because the real mother, in my opinion, probably isn't going to be someone that wants to be on the front page of the newspaper of royal baby and her whole life exposed. And she probably wants to protect her son. She's not someone that is fame hungry like Meghan. So if something's happened, then she's going to say, well, I don't want any part of this. So it's possible that she is being protected. So if they've got this thing where they've protected this woman, and then we've now got this loose cannon of Meghan, and she's kind of going, well, if you divorce me, I'm going to expose everything. And I'm going to come out the victim because I'm going to say you forced me to do it. I'm going to say you did this, you did that. And so they're probably panicking. So I feel that is also why they haven't got divorced yet. So it's very possible that behind the scenes, they're trying to orchestrate the best way for them to separate. And I think this is why Harry is also still angry, because I think he wants out. He doesn't want any part of her anymore, but he's stuck with her. And that is of his own doing. And we all know that people who do not take accountability blame other people. So he'll be sitting there blaming his family. He'll be like, well, if it wasn't for me being in the royal family, none of this would have happened. It would nothing to do with the fact that he met her in the first place. He'll be blaming his family for not supporting him, blaming his family for for whatever, and then Meghan will be blaming his family and blaming him, and so this whole thing is a mess. And so the royal family are going to want to try and do this in the least messiest way possible. So exposing the truth is out, because like I say, that then exposes the real mother, the child have lied, because people aren't going to they won't care about why they've lied to protect the mother. All they're going to hear is you lied, and not only did you lied globally. So what else have you lied about? It is going to pull apart the entire royal family, and that is something they don't want, because it takes away from what they're trying to do. It's going to be drama. And the royal family are not somebody that they particularly like drama. Meghan and Harry probably do, but not so much them. So this is why I believe Harry has now got this bolt hole in Portugal. When we have things like this going up, it's very concerning to me, because is that something that they're putting the feelers out on these lower sort of grade media outlets to see if something gets picked up, to see what happens? If they do divorce, is that Harry would then be over here with Archie. And then I think if that isn't the case, if this doesn't come out as what is going to be said, and I hope it isn't, because I think it's awful, then it will possibly be that Lily will stay in the States with Meghan, and Harry will be over here with Archie. And then we'll potentially see then Harry out and about with a boy, which will be potentially the real child. We haven't seen these children in any real sense. Well, I don't believe we've seen the boy since before Megxit. And I don't think we've ever seen a real Lily, because I don't believe there is one. And so then Meghan will carry on saying, I'm keeping my daughter private, or she's going to adopt a child that looks very similar, and then we're going to see her out and about with a child with the face blurred every now and again. I don't know. But these are options, but it concerns me, because this is something that I know some people have said, and even I have thought it. And then when this was brought to my attention and I saw this, I was like, oh, is this what they're going to do? Are they going to create this? And then it will then give Meghan the ultimate victim story. How can you then attack a woman who in the media has, in the way it's being portrayed, lost a child? I don't know. And if the royal family have lied up until this point, are they capable of then going along with this lie? Because that's the only way I can see, other than that she's going to adopt another child. Because how do you keep a child hidden? Archie, I think, is real, or the boy, should I say, is real. But how do you keep a girl hidden for all this time? It's one thing when they're little, but as the child grows, that's very difficult. People are going to start really asking questions if they haven't already. And how do you come out and say, well, they're lying? Because that's the truth, isn't it? We believe, but nobody's saying it. These things are capable of being done, in which case then how do we know anything's the truth anymore? Which is why I do what I do here, because I try and show you, like I say, not just what I think, but how I get there and what my thought process is and why I do believe that this is something that could potentially happen. And I hate to say that anyone's capable of that, but I think she is. I really do. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? And as always, please keep comments respectful, because at the end of the day, we can all have different opinions and we can all comment to each other, but just please, just respect someone else's opinion, even if you don't agree, because I will delete those comments. I don't want bullying here. I don't, it's not necessary. As someone that's going through this, I don't want this here on this channel. So, please think before you reply to somebody, even if you're angry, what they have, because use that as a chance to learn. If you're watching a comment and you're getting really kind of triggered by that comment, sort of think, why has this comment really angered me? What is it about? Because we can all have different opinions. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. We can try and do it in such a way to bring the truth without necessarily attacking each other for it. And I think it's a shame when that does happen. But again, I respect people's opinions, and you don't have to like or follow me if you choose not to. But if you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you want to do so, please think about doing so, because I'm trying to reach my 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year to get my plaque. So please, check your subscriptions, because people are being unsubscribed for some strange reason. If you'd like to treat me to a cuppa, you can do, if you like what I do here. There is also an Amazon wish list. My PO box is redundant at the moment because I'm trying to sort that out, because there was quite a few issues where people's things weren't turning up, or I wasn't getting, or things were getting returned back. And I don't like the fact that people are wasting money, or things cost a lot of money to send. But yeah, I do, like I say, appreciate you all. So thank you so much. And like I say, join me on the other platforms that I have, the other channels that I have. There will always be links in the description box. So if you want to know everything, it's all there. So as always, thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, Halloween. I know some of you may not celebrate it, but some do. And I hope that you enjoy that and stay safe. And in the meantime, as always, I love you, I appreciate you, but most of all, I respect you. Take care. Bye-bye. Mwah.